Before you may begin this video, I need you to make sure that you've done the first 4 problems of this study guide, the first 4 problems. All right, so let's look at this. This is what the study guide's asking us to do. Can I extend understandings? So can I understand multiplication in order to multiply a fraction? So I have to be able to interpret products. So I also have to find the area of a rectangle with fractional side lengths. Okay, so this up here tells you exactly what I'm asking you to do. All right, so I have to multiply this times this. So what does this model represent? This model represents 3/4. This model represents 2. So I have 2 ways I can figure this out. 2 times 3/4. I can do 3/4 2 times. So I have a model of 1, 2, 3, 4, plus another one of these. Okay, so this equals 6 groups, 6 parts, but they're still fourths. So I know that this equals 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces equals 1 whole with 2 left over. 6 divided by 4 goes in 1 time with 2 left over. There's a better name for that. Or I could have solved it like this. Over 1, 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 1 is 4. The same thing that I just did. You may pick either way to solve this problem. Just because this has this in models, put it into numbers and then solve it however you want. Solve it however you want. All right, let's look at this one by using, so it says to use a model or a picture. So I have 2/3 times 6. So I have 2/3. I'm going to do this 6 times. Okay, so I need 6 boxes. I have 6 boxes. I'm going to split them all into thirds. Okay, and I need to shade in 2 of them. So I'm going a little faster because I assume you've already done this. Before you watch this video, you needed to have tried all of these out. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to circle 3 of them at a time to see how many holes. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups. So there was 4 whole groups, but I could also figure out this way. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. My denominator stays the same. These are still thirds. Okay, I still could have done this a different way. What's the denominator of every whole number? 1. I have all these ways that I could have figured out. With this model using fractions, I could have multiplied it. I had all these ways to solve the same problem. So I have to choose one of the problems and create a story context that matches them. So let's say I have, let's say I have 3/4 of a bag of chips left. I have 3/4 of something. Did you write about having 3/4 of something or having 2/3 of something? I have 3/4 of a bag of chips left. My friend has double the amount of chips as me. Because times 2 means to double it, How much does my friend have? How much does my friend have? So do you have a problem saying that somebody has 2/3 of something? Do you have a problem saying that an area of a box is 2/3 inches on one side and the other side is 6 inches? What's the area to multiply them together? over. All right, so I have 3 times 2 1/5. 3 times 2 1/5. All right, so I'm going to solve this using rectangle sections. 3 times 2 1/5. The other way I could have solved it is done 2 1/5, 2 1/5, and another 2 1/5. So I could solve this either way. I could add these together 3 times. I could add these. I could multiply. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 1/5 is, denominator of every whole number is 1. 3/5. So my answer to this problem would be 6 and 3/5 over here. 1, 2, 3. So why am I able to do these problems as either multiplication or addition? Because I'm just multiplying by a whole number. So I can do repeated addition. So repeated addition only works with whole numbers. Repeated addition only works with whole numbers. Right? So I'm going to do number 5, and then that's all we're going to do for today. So tomorrow you are responsible for the next questions. Okay? So I have 3 1/2, 1, and 2 6. Okay? So before I start, I know that 2 6 can be rewritten. If I divide this by 2, it's 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay? So I'll do this problem in 2 different ways. Well, that might confuse us. 1 times 3 equals 3. 1 times 1/2. 1 times anything is itself. 3 times 1/3. The denominator of every whole number is 1. 3 times 3 is 3. 1 times 3 is 3. If you had done 2 6 instead, 2 times 3 is 6. Denominator, 6 times 1 is 6. Either way you did it, the answer is 1. 3/3, 6, 6, all equal 1. So what about 1/3 times 1/2? 1/3 times 1/2 gives us 1/6. For step 1, I multiplied all my parts. Step 2, I have to add them up. Step 3, so what am I going to do? I have to find common denominators. One times 6 is 6. 2 times 6 is 12. 1 times 2 is 2. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 plus 2 is 8. 3 plus 1 is 4. This can be simplified. What can go into both 8 and 12? What can go into both 8 and 12? 4 is the largest number. So I get 2/3. 4 and 2/3. 4 and 2/3. So tomorrow's video, you are responsible for doing 6, 7, 8, and then this 8 and 9 on this back page. So you're responsible for doing the rest of these 4 problems, and tomorrow night's homework, we'll go over these on the study guide.